Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
For Baldur's Gate 3, I have actually really enjoyed the last few streams. Basically, ever since we left Moonrise Tower, I've had a lot more fun because it's cool to explore this open world, run into a bunch of random encounters, combat, NPCs, little mini dungeons, and things like that. And I like how they all tend to tie into each other in some way. Like, for example, 2 streams ago, we ran into this random kid named Oliver who looked like his body was like half corrupted and he was controlling these shadow demons. Like, what the heck is going on here? And then come to find out, last stream, we actually ran into his other half counterpart, Thaniel. That's right, Thaniel, who apparently was a spiritual being that the druids kind of like work with and worship, who had been split, and you had to go basically reunite him with his other half, the Oliver. It was really neat. I liked that. There are certain things about Baldur's Gate 3 I think are done really, really well. There's some things I think are not done so well, and as you know, I've been vocal in my criticism of those things over the course of the playthrough. And the thing is, I have the right to do that. I have the right to criticize any game, and I will. I'm not going to pull punches. I'm not going to hold back when it comes to things that I feel about any particular game that I play. But in regards to Baldur's Gate 3, I am well aware that there is an audience of this game that absolutely love it and think it's like the best game ever made. All right? I beg to differ. I like the game. I'm not in love with it. I think that it has many shortcomings or things that could have been improved. I think a lot of the the situational dialogue is incredibly cringeworthy and written essentially for like immature people. And the way that various things are presented in the game is poor. You know, not really having a proper tutorial for 90% of the gameplay mechanics. So you need to either research or have someone tell you how to play the game. Meh. You know, a lot of these ridiculous relationships that spring up out of nowhere, even though you've done absolutely nothing close or romantic with any of the cast, all of a sudden they want to jump your bones and sleep with you. That's pretty bad. It's pretty cringeworthy writing for, again, people who feel like they've never had a relationship before. And I have the right to criticize this kind of stuff. But there's people out there who disagree, and that's okay. I just wish that everyone out there understood that people can have different opinions of you, and that's okay. Like if you like that stuff, I'm okay with it. As I've told you guys, I feel like this game, it's its own niche, right? Kind of like FromSoft game. There's people out there who absolutely hate FromSoft games because they feel that they're too difficult, right? But if you take the time to study and learn how these FromSoft game works and how all their mechanics are, they're masterpieces, right? But they're not for everybody. And I kind of feel the same way about Baldur's Gate 3, yet Baldur's Gate 3 overwhelmingly won Game of the Year. Why? We could sit here and argue about this till the cows come home. But in my opinion, it's because basically the game has some of this immature stuff. Like people, oh, wait a minute. Almost a high level, very complex, very nerdy RPG, you know, D&D, but oh my god, you could sleep with bears? Yeah, and? To me, it's like, what does that matter, right? To me, my focus, honestly, my favorite part of this game is the incredible amount of narrative and content in it. Like some people have said, this game kind of feels like almost the spiritual successor to Witcher 3, where everything you run into is kind of important and meaningful. Now, you can skip a lot of it and it won't really affect the overall course of the game, but if you take your time to do every little piece of stuff you discover, it actually feels very rich and like a very complex world. I completely agree. I'm happy that in the way that I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, that I've been taking my time to do all the content I run into, and I haven't really skipped anything, right? I mean, that's why I'm 70-some hours in, and we're still in Act 2. So, I love that about the game. But why is it that every time you hear someone talk about Baldur's Gate 3, you hear about who is your waifu or husbando in the game, and how many bears did you bang, and you know what I'm saying? It's stupid. Why is the discourse so dumb and immature when the game has so much more than that to offer? I don't know. Anyway, I still like the game, and I'm enjoying it. And like I said, we actually had some really good progress back on Wednesday where we did a bunch of optional questing that seems like it all could have been easily skippable. But man, I'm happy I did it. You know, we rescued Nathaniel and fused him with Oliver. And in addition to that, we actually went to a couple optional dungeons. We found the Shar Temple and did some puzzles and combat in there. It was all good. But now today, as we continue on, we're going back to Last Light, and we're going to go to the second floor of the inn, and apparently that opens up a whole new line of questing, so we'll see where that goes today. But great stuff on Wednesday, okay? And I will say this, too. Thank you to those of you who are tuning into the playthrough and enjoying it still now, because, you know, 70 hours in, a lot of people tend to get tuned out or bored. And I know that there's still a decent group of people following along. Totally not as many as when I started. You know, take a look at the videos from when I started. Each had thousands of views. Now, I could barely pull 300 views after a few days on each video. But I think that's because a lot of people are essentially jumping in, you know, and trying to follow along. And, dude, 70-plus hours of any playthrough takes a long time to get through. I feel like the views will catch up eventually as the viewers catch up, right? So there you go. I just find it's hilarious because now people, of course, in the chat are saying, so you're saying the only reason this game won Game of the Year is because it has sexual content. No, but I'm going to make another comparison. And I challenge you on this one to disprove it. There's a game coming out in a month or two called Stellar Blade. Okay? You know it. It's that action game where it's a lot of flashy combat and a lot of... Oh, wait, no one knows that. All you know is that the main character is this anime chick, right? And if you actually have been listening recently in the last week or two, all the PR about the game is about the main character and how she looks. No exaggeration. Even the game developers have come out and admitted, they said, yes, we based that character on a Korean model. And yes, we actually spent arduous hours modeling her ass cheeks so that she would look the most attractive. It's like, yes, because you're selling your game on the sexual content of the main character. You're not selling your game on the game. If Stellar Blade had a main character that was a regular dude with 2 swords, no one would give 2 shits about this game. It would probably have no height. It would just be another game amongst a million of these kind of games that no one really cares about. But whenever you make a Bayonetta or you make a Stellar Blade or you do that, all of a sudden, now everyone talks about it. Why? Because of the sexual content in the game. Period. So go ahead and try to tell me that the reason people didn't talk about Baldur's Gate 3 as much as they did was the sexual content. I dare you to lie, because that's the truth. Yes, the game is outstanding. Yes, it has a lot of great content. Yes, it's complex and have D&D elements, and that's a unique thing. But the reason people talked about it was was the sexual content. Deal with it. Okay. Continuing on. That's my opinion, not the truth. All right, and again, you have the right to disagree with me if that's what you feel. But what was the discourse about this game and Stellar Blade now? Just look at the discourse. Wow, look at that amazing combo. Look at that really cool combat engine. Literally no one. Literally no one. It's just a bunch of people mouth drooling over the main character. That's modern gaming at this point, I guess, right? And the thing is, it's not just games. This has happened in every entertainment industry. An entire movie where the only reason
I don't know why
my
mic
because
was
of
not
the
working.
title actor or actress.
It
correct?
was.
This has happened countless times.
Okay, let me reiterate.
But it's okay to acknowledge it and admit it instead of.
Let me reiterate what I was saying. First, he's fucking wrong. Kratos was literally a half-naked man in a fucking loincloth with 2 goddamn swords. Okay? Dante from Devil May Cry was literally modeled after attractive actors like fucking Brad Pitt with the angular European features, the strong fucking nose like Tom Cruise, and the straight-laced eyebrows. Exactly like fucking Tom Cruise. What the hell are you talking about? The entire genre was founded on attractive, brute strength strongmen. How can you fucking sit there and say that if it was a man and it was half naked, it would go nowhere? God of fucking War is literally the most popular Sony franchise in existence, and it was literally founded off the back of a half-naked man in a kilt. Bayonetta. Yes, the main actress is highly attractive for a main character, but you can't take away the story is good, the setting is good, the combat is good. I mean, you want to sit there and say that it wouldn't be good the opposite direction, yet there are a plethora of examples to that being the exact opposite, right? And now you can say, well, what about games like Ninja Gaiden? Was Ninja Gaiden really a hack and slash game the way Devil May Cry and God of War were? I don't know. That's up for debate. I'll leave it to the side for now, you know? But how can you sit there and say, right, that a genre that was made off the back of Dante and Kratos isn't wouldn't work if the roles were reversed? We have definitive proof that it is the case that it would work. I'm sorry, for as much as the power fantasy that Kratos fulfills, do you think his big brooding muscles were just for the men? No. No. Because if it was just for the men, they would have put a bunch of armor on him. He would have tried to look as cool as possible. And I mean, Kratos looked cool. Don't get me wrong. But come on, a lot of his features, a lot he was a warrior, yet had perfectly defined features. No broken noses, nothing. He looked Greek, to be honest. At least in God of War, he did. I mean, come on. You cannot fucking sit there and say that it wouldn't work. We have definitive proof that it did. Dante in Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening, was quite literally just a dude in a fucking overcoat and pants that barely fit him. The whole fucking time. Do you think he was thin and frail, or not frail, but like thin and muscular because that's what a power fantasy is? No, because that's a conventionally like boy band esque type fucking physique that women are attracted to. I don't know why, but that is. You can't sit there and say that it doesn't work the opposite direction when it fucking does. When it does, it works the opposite direction, bro. I don't get it. You're wrong, and it's easy to prove you wrong. You're a dumbass. Stop stating your subjective
Of trying to
opinion as
pretend
objective
like the
fact.
reason that you
You're a
like something
dummy.
is something that's not there, right? Well, instead of admitting that yes, we all just kind of have a weakness for this thing, instead we're going to try to justify it and pretend like it's this or this or this or this or this. Well, here's the thing. Again, then what I want you to do is I want you to take that element out of it. I want you to take all the sexual content out of Baldur's Gate 3. I want you to take it all out of Stellar Blade and tell me that you would like the game as much. Because you'd be lying to yourself.
What?
It's true. I'm sorry.
Stop.
I'm enjoying the games.
Stop saying it's the truth when it's your subjective opinion. You stupid fucking moron. It's not the truth. It's your opinion. My God. And I'm really sick of this idea that opinions can't be wrong. Yes, it can. They can be. Your opinion could be based on faulty information, therefore making your opinion factually wrong. Just because you believe something does not make it true. It does not mean that you don't have to, use that. I don't know where I'm going, but you're fucking wrong, Phil. You're
On
wrong.
face
Eat my
value
ass,
without
bro.
that content, because that's not what
Let
I'm
me
looking
send
for
you a
in video games.
spoon,
My
bitch.
opinion on that stuff is different than you, and that's fine. But I just find it absolutely hilarious that when I legitimately criticize something, like when I say, my God, the dialogue of Baldur's Gate 3 when it comes to the relationships and this kind of romance is so cringy. It's so not close to what any human would actually say. It's as if the writers don't.
Bro, you literally said, well, I have all the sex with my wife, so I don't need this in video games. What's more valid? You having sex with your wife or a video game character having sex with a bear? I mean, we all saw your wife how she ballooned into a fucking walrus, bro. Hell no. No. I don't believe you're fucking. I don't. I don't. With how high strung you are and how fat she is, no. I don't believe you're fucking, bro. I don't. Why does this cup do that? I don't know. But I don't believe he's fucking. You're not fucking, Phil.
Even know what people talk like when it comes to romance. Yeah, it's
Bro, you
true.
don't even know what
And
it's
that's a
like to
legit
talk to
criticism of the
somebody
game.
in romance. We've all seen how you talk to Kat, bro. You talk over her. You talk for her. The fuck? And I really want to watch that Smokey MCC video about Aiden Ross getting scammed by that rapper. Can we watch that after this? I think we're gonna. I think we might. Because I like Smokey. I really want to get on Too High for Stupid. Because I'm stupid, I'm stoned, and I ain't got shit to do today. But I don't think they're gonna be on today. I would love to be on Too High for Stupid. But I'm not prominent. I'm not. For as much as rich as dent heads want to think that I'm a prominent detractor, bro, I'm literally no. I do nothing. I know nothing. Echo. 30 seconds, bud.
I don't know that.
Oh my god. Echo. 30 seconds.
Good afternoon, Austin. 30 seconds. Starting now.
Pop, boop, ba, ba, bee, dee, doo, pop, boop, ba, 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 pop, boop. All right, guys, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
I'm not saying the game's bad, but I have a right to say that. And then people get all uppity about it. Ooh, well, too fucking bad. Too bad. Just because you don't like the fact that someone is exposing something doesn't mean it's not true.
You're not exposing shit, you dumb fuck. You're not. You're just exposing that you're a fucking prudish little moron who can't handle a little bit of sex in a fictitious setting. Fuck off, bro.
That's a hard fact of life. As you get older, you realize stuff like this, right?
Yeah, that you're a
Anyway.
prudish moron. We all understood this
So anyway,
from the
Eternal
beginning,
Napalm says
dude.
you don't think the combat and bosses in Stellar Blade look cool. Again, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, who's talking about that? Literally no one. All you got to do is go look at the trends on social media and things. No one cares. The only people buying that game, okay, not the only people. A lot of people buying that game will be buying it solely on the fact of the main character's attractiveness. That's it. That's it. And it's time to admit this. As a society, this is where we're going. People fall for this shit. It's a silly trap that people
This has
fall
been
for
a thing
all the time.
forever, dumbass. They literally. What do you think they sold beer on? You think bikini models in Sports Illustrated were there for the articles, bro? Come on. Come on. There's an entire industry predicated on the way women look. There's porn, there's fashion, there's acting. It's all predicated on the way somebody looks and how appealing they are. You know? It's all it's all the way people look, dude. Oh my god, that dad kicked my fucking ass. Whew. Oh my god.
I mean,
Save
hell,
me, Jesus.
let's be honest. The Tomb Raider
Save me,
games
Lord.
back in the day, they weren't great.
Woo.
Run around, auto aim, shoot wildly at a bunch of enemies, and then terrible platforming that was incredibly frustrating. The games didn't get good until many iterations later. The first one actually is a really rough game.
What the fuck
That's
is he
very
talking
frustrating.
about?
Until many iterations later, the terrible they weren't great. I mean, hell, let's be honest. The Tomb Raider games back in the day,
Oh.
they weren't great. Run around, auto aim, shoot wildly at a bunch of
But they
enemies,
were
and then
good for
terrible
their
platforming
time.
that was incredibly
That-
frustrating.
what?
The games didn't
That's
get
not-
good until many iterations later. The first one actually is a
Yeah, they
really rough
refined
game.
it, but it was basically one of the first of its kind, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course it's not going to be perfect. Of course it's not going to be great. It's like criticizing pre-alpha footage when you have the full game right in front of you. You're just wrong, dude. You're wrong.
That's very frustrating. I bought it, owned it, and was like, I don't see the hype. But of course, Lara Croft, right? So there you have it.
The hype was it one of the first of its kind, you stupid fuck.
Anyway, let's continue, shall we? All right, so if you think this is insufferable, then you don't have to watch. I'm a 41-year-old dude, and I'm going to have different takes than
You're
the
a
vast majority of people in the
40-year-old
gaming industry.
goddamn,
That's why
you're a
people watch me.
41-year-old
They're not watching me to
baby
hear the
man
same thing you
who
hear every
can't
shill say.
handle a little bit of sex appeal. I can't handle it. Her butt is too perfect. Them titties is too good. Get the fuck out of here. But that blonde-haired guy in Boulder's Gate, you can bring him over here with his pretty face. Get the fuck out of here, Phil.
Every other stream or every other piece of content. So if you disagree, it's fine. You can disagree, but don't sit here and criticize and say that my opinions are invalid, because they are.
Your opinions
Everyone's
are
opinion is valid,
invalid.
right? Okay. No, I disagree. I think Tomb Raider 1 was not very good. I think Tomb Raider 2 and 3 got much better. Later on, the later iterations actually got bad. But I think 2 and 3 got much.
So you're telling me the very first, what was it? Running, gunning, fucking platforming type game? You're telling me that wasn't good? No, you don't say. You don't say that number 2 got better. Oh, it's almost like they fucking refined what they did before. Oh, wow. You're saying number 3 was even better, almost like they refined it even more. You're so dumb, Phil. You're so fucking dumb.
Much better, but one, man, I still remember it to this day how frustrated I was playing it, and I owned it,
If you
and I was
suck at
frustrated at
video
how
games, bro,
annoying parts of it
you've
were because they
never
didn't
been
really
good at video
put too much.
games.
Okay, let me put
Ever.
it this way: it could have definitely been designed better.
Bro, you can't complain about the way a game is designed when you couldn't even throw a fucking grenade through a window. Shut the fuck
You
up.
could tell there's certain parts of the game they focused on, and certain parts of the games they rushed because they didn't care as much.
Wow.
Anyway,
I got the drip, go. I got the drip, go.
He states
I got the
everything
drip,
in his
go.
opinion
I got the
as
drip,
fact,
go.
and then
I got the
devalues
drip,
everybody
go.
else's
I got the
opinion
drip,
because
go.
it doesn't agree with his. And then when his fans say what you're saying is wrong, he's like, "Well, it's my opinion. He wrong." We already watched that. That would be cool. Huh? Oh shit! Sorry. No, no, we're caught staring. Yes, I like women, but not not that one though. Oh Lord. It's gonna be bad. They're gonna add this person of color to a movie when pirates when a lot of pirates they were also of minority status. Can't stand these fucking hillbillies. Just shut up, bro. You know how many Haitians were pirates? Oi. Let's see.
why not use a converter for the Xbox Fight Stick? Already answered that on this very podcast. Converters, they're not perfect. They add tons of input lag. They're not even tournament approved because they have issues. I'm not using a converter because it would just make it harder. Imagine, oh, I can now use my Xbox joystick on PS5, but now all my moves are even more delayed online. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It's very stupid. Lavinia says the mini PC will 100% play modern games. It meets all spec requirements of Elden Ring. My full-size PC has a terabyte. That's not a small amount. It doesn't have a graphics card. What are you talking
Oh my god, what the fuck? Hold on.
about? It has what's considered onboard graphics. They're very low end. They're not good at all. In fact, someone did a comparison. My graphics card, my PC, no exaggeration, is like 4 times better than the graphics in that mini PC. It doesn't have a dedicated graphics card. It's the onboard graphics. How would I play Elden Ring on it? Yeah, maybe at ultra low settings, 10 frames per second, maybe. And then it overloads and overheats within an hour, maybe. Like, what are people getting these weird notions from? It's very odd. It's not tournament legal at EVO. There's only one converter allowed at EVO, and even that adds significant input lag, but people are doing it if they can't afford another joystick. Would you like me to reiterate everything I said on the podcast specifically for you? She takes them both out, boom, because you showed up late, and now you want to ask the same questions that I already completely answered sufficiently earlier in the show. In fact, how about this? We'll have a special show just for you. It's the Level 1 podcast just for the latecomer who wants to second guess and ask me questions I already answered earlier to try to make me like a gotcha moment on my podcast, all right? So here we go. We'll just start over completely. In fact, you know what? Here we go. Just for this person who showed up late and wants to ask the same questions I've already answered, we'll do this. You ready? Here we go. All right, we're not doing that. Let's continue. What else do you guys want to talk about today? Lavinia. Oh my God, Lavinia. You're doing it too. Did I literally not do a segment explaining that mini PC has no ventilation whatsoever? There's no fan or cooling. So even though it might play a 3D game, it's not meant to do that because it will overheat. AMD processors are meant to overheat. They're not good. They're not like Intel processors with a cooling solution. This thing is going to overheat. Okay, hold on. Let's do it again. Here we go. This one is for Lavinia. Ready? Here we go, everyone. Welcome to the show. All right. Are we good now? Are we good now? Can we now move on to the things I already explained earlier? Will I eventually play Chrono Cross? I have no idea because I don't know anything about Chrono Cross. Expand Dong, here's the thing. It's not that you can't come to my podcast and ask questions and you weren't here earlier. It's that you literally come to the podcast and your question is like, well, Phil, you're completely wrong on this topic because here's something that I know, but I've already addressed it earlier in the show. Right? We already had a segment about the joystick adapter and how it won't work. It adds input lag. You wouldn't want to do that for a competitive gameplay, especially when you're playing online where you already have input lag. You don't want any added input lag. We already talked about how that mini PC, although it may actually be able to play 3D games, is not meant to do that because it has no cooling solution. Therefore, it overheats. You'll probably play for an hour any 3D game. The whole thing will be fucking white hot and melt down and shut down. You don't want to do that.
We already heard.
So we've all
already. Bro, they ruined Starfire. Wait, what? Dude, I really want to get Lies of P. Or, that one Wukong game. Bro, he looks straight up retarded. Like, straight on. Oh, what? Let's watch a little bit of Wings getting trolled.
What's up, man? What brings you here?
Getting screenshots to report your Discord.
Is that what you came to do?
Well, what is that a screenshot that you could actually report us for?
I mean, just in the last 15 minutes, a Nazi symbol, N-bomb directed at me, image of me as a Nazi.
I mean, we just want to have a
insinuating that I'm a
conversation.
pedophile.
That's it. So,
Why do you have to be so toxic for, Richard?
like,
No, I don't.
He
I
is a
say I'm not a
pedophile, though.
pedophile.
Why
I'm
are
not
you
a
gotta
pedophile.
be
Yes, you
so
are.
Where's the proof? Where's
toxic
the
to
proof?
me?
Well,
there's
you doubled
countless-
down on the 12 years
countless
old.
video documentation.
Oh god, it's
Again, that's
41
not-
minutes.
that's not making me a pedophile.
Oh, thank you. I have changed my mind. I don't want to do no 40-minute video of no goddamn thing. What? Let's get him. Let's get him, boys. We're selling him right off for profit.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and I wanted to make a video reporting out that all of the positivity and the liquidity received yesterday on Phil's stream is gone. All of it is wiped away. Oh my lord, you can't make this stuff up. Anyway, of course, your boy Duty was making his rounds on Twitter, seeing what was up, and of course what popped up on his feed. TJ Gamebox, that's right folks, if you guys aren't subbed to him on Twitter, he is at TJ Gamebox. I think he has a YouTube channel too, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, if you want to know the goings on in the Scopely WWE Champions World, TJ Gamebox is your dude. He has all the information. He does a great job tracking Phil and his spending. and kind of just giving us the scoop on what's going on in the WWE Champions world.
What?
And of course, he reported out earlier that Phil apparently had spent $1,148. Wow, really? What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Jack Raxter came in and dropped $1,000. Plus, I think another donation. I think he dropped close to like $1,050, if I'm not sure. And of course, with all the positivity that came in from Jack Raxter, the stream before, our boy Phil brought in a nice chunk of change yesterday for his Street Fighter initial event. But of course, leave it to Phil to take that money and just squander it and just waste it away. At this point, it's no longer like funny or a joke. It's sad. Every time I have to report this out, it's just sad watching a 41-year-old man
Pretty pathetic, yeah.
not having control over his vices. Seriously, who spends $1,148 in one night on a bunch of sweaty JPEGs? Who? I don't understand, Phil. Why? Why, Phil? You know what you could do with that money, Phil? You could have bought a PC. You could have upgraded, you know, your how many years have you been talking about a green screen? How many years? You could have updated so many pieces of equipment in your stream to give your audience a better viewing experience.
Oh shit.
But no, you have to spend $1,148. And you can see here our boys up to the 20th place here, down from the rafters. Why, Phil? Why? Why? Oh my lord. And of course, if you go into the tweet, it's just hilarious. It's just people just dumbfounded here. And of course, he reported out a little bit earlier that he wanted to show how prearranged tips occur. And that's true. I've talked about that before, where I believe there's coordination between, I think this is my opinion based on what I see. I believe there's coordination between the Dents and Phil, where they say, hey, we're going to drop a tip, you know, we're so-and-so is going to do it, you know, and Phil knows it. So of course, Phil plans his daily, you know, his daily activities around that. So he knows if he's getting $1,000 that he has $1,000 to waste and spend on WWE Champions. And that's what he did here. That's what he did. And then I think earlier he had posted, I'm not sure if he spent $441 plus the $1,100, or $1,100 was the grand total. So I don't know. Excuse me. But how does one spend that money? How does one waste that money? There's so much you could do, Phil, to improve your life, to improve your streaming. You know, I would respect you so much more if you improved, if you took some of that money and got a PC, got a green screen, and not, you know, say, hey, my decorations are a dusty, dirty t-shirt of Blanca. It's that type of stuff, Phil, where you cry poor mouth, and then you make money, you get money, and then you just squander it on your addictions. It's just amazing. It's astounding. So yeah, definitely you can go check out TJ Gamebox. He provides the information. He shows where Phil currently is. He actually has what his lineup is. And yeah, I mean, people are posting here. You got your boy Dark Sea Flow here. I'm very surprised to wake up to this news. Oh my lord. But again, this just clearly shows that there has to be coordination between Phil and his Dents when it comes to tips and what he's going to receive, because there's no way he's going to waste $1,000 if he doesn't know that something's coming up. And then you might say, well, he might still have money from the whole Jinx stuff. No, that money's long gone. $1 in Phil's pocket is $1 spent. There's no way he has any of that money left over. It's gone. It's either spent on WWE Champions or just frivolous DoorDash, just junk. You know, we all know the pattern with Phil. He gets $1 in, and as soon as he gets that $1, it burns a hole in his pocket, and he has to spend it. So, yep, just figured I posted that out. Again, go out to Twitter if you'd like to see more information. Definitely subscribe to TJ Gamebox. He is definitely the dude when it comes to WWE Champions following. And he does other stuff too. He's very interesting. He's funny. He's a really good dude, so definitely give him a sub, like, and I think he does have a YouTube channel, like I stated earlier. If he does, give him a like and a sub. I'm going to link his Twitter to in my description, so if anybody wants to check it out, go ahead. More than likely, if you're listening to my video, you probably already are subbed to him. So anyway, that's it. I'm pretty sure that, you know, if there's more positivity and liquidity that comes in today for Phil, this will get updated. And we will see that he spent more money. Oh my lord, Cat's definitely downstairs crying. I mean, you know the type of stuff you could buy your lady. You know, you could take her out. Maybe you could take her to the zoo finally. You can get her a nice saddle. You can get her some nice shoes. You know, the money that he makes on, so as you know, the money he makes on YouTube, his YouTube check, that pays for everything. That pays for everything. And then his tips basically is his spending money. Whatever the hell he wants to waste it on, he uses the tip money, which is significant. I mean, it ranges anywhere between $5,000 and like $8,000 a month. Well, no, not that much, but if you figure he makes about $1,000 in tips average, maybe $4,000 to $5,000, a little bit more in a good, you know, in a good month. That's money that he just spends on the crap, you know, DoorDash, gin, WWE champions. Can you imagine that money and actually saving it? Your wife probably wouldn't have to work. You know, you could probably have her, you know, you could probably have that, you know, 50s, leave it to beaver family dynamic that you want, Phil, where your wife stays home, she cooks and cleans, and while you go ahead and you stream and beg for money. You can have that, Phil, but of course, your addictions are too powerful. They won't allow you. And yeah, you got shit like this where, you know, you make over $1,000 on a stream, about 11, I think you made like, yeah, close to 1,100 on one stream, and what happens? You waste it on sweaty JPEGs. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh my lord, it's just crying emojis for our boy Phil. Peace out.
Still with all the detractors, they want to know about your experience with this game. Just a real simple yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Do you currently still play WWE Champions?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so why are you so hesitant to talk about that, or to talk about WWE Champions? And we'll start there.
Oh, why am I hesitant to talk about WWE Champions? Well, the thing is, I wasn't at first. I did talk about it publicly years ago when the game first came out, very innocently. Talked about playing it casually. You know, that I was a fan of wrestling. This is a game that I played. You know, over the years, every once in a while, I will casually mention a mobile game I'm playing or whatever. But, you know, it's nothing that I would think that my audience would be super interested in, to hear about me. You know, what mobile games. I casually will talk about them. That would be like something I mentioned on my podcast. You know, oh, let's talk about I'm playing a new mobile game today or whatever, right? But what's ended up happening is, over the years, every little thing that I mention that's not directly related to my content or my business, what I'm doing on stream, somehow gets twisted into something distorted or messed up by my detractors to make me look bad. And this is a prime example of them, in my opinion, and you can disagree, trying to orchestrate something. Well, just one of the many things, because we can go through a lot of the things they've done that have been completely disproven. But this is one of the things that I never went out of my way to disprove, because it's stupid. It's ludicrous.
Can I ask you, Phil, have
Sure.
you ever spent money on this game?
Of course I have, yes.
Have you spent a lot of money on this game?
Good question. What does a lot mean?
Anything over $100 is too much on a mobile game. So
probably when the game first came out, yes, I spent over $100 on it. That was 2017 when it first came out. Trust me, I'm versed on this game now for all the wrong reasons. So yes, in the first year.
Wait, you just flex on how good you are at the game?
No. I said I'm versed on the game because I have to know about it, because they're freaking put me in conspiracies about it and shit. It's ridiculous. Okay, I don't want to know about it.
How much money have you spent in this game? Do you mind saying?
Total, I couldn't tell you. It's definitely total under $1,000 over the years that it's been in operation, for sure.
Okay, not over $1,000.
No,
because that's not what people think.
That's correct.
They
I know
that you're some sort of a whale in that game.
Oh, I know. I've seen every. Well, okay, I haven't seen every video. I've heard it all. First, it was like thousands. Then it was 10,000. Then it was 20. Then it was 40. Now it's 100. I think 100,000 supposedly I spent on this game.
Well, we started talking about it, and you instantly went into just attacking other people. Like, we don't have to, like, your detractors. Like, we don't have to, like, you're just attacking other people. Like, we don't have to, like, your detractors. Like, they may deserve it. I don't know, but we can have this conversation without even bringing them up.
Sure.
Right? We'll bring them up if they're you know you're saying you're instantly going to they're making up shit. But you do play this game. You have spent money on it, and I think what's happening is when you're begging your audience for money and then complaining that this King's Feast is too expensive for a $60 meal, and you're stressing for money, and then putting money into a game that is a mobile game that is, I mean, let's face it, mobile games are not necessary in life.
No
Spending any amount of money on a mobile game, I've never played this WWE. I don't even know. I saw like a picture of it, and it looked like Candy Crush or I don't know what the hell it is, but it just feels like they feel like you're just using them to like using your audience, and like I don't want to be used. I personally, I don't like feeling used. I've been used by people in the past, and I don't have time for that in my life. So when people are watching someone online and supporting them and then feel used, like when you say you beg too much, and you're working on that, which is good, because as I said, it's not a good look. But even talking about, hey, this other game that they believe you're a whale in, why do they think you're a whale? Where are they getting this?
See, here's the thing. I don't exactly know. There's been so much to this thing over the years that, I'm just going to briefly in my head try to go over what I remember. Apparently, at first, it was that there was an account in the game. That's the name of the account was They Call Me DSP. Okay?
Which is also your Twitter handle.
That's correct. And so just by that association, they're assuming that's me in the game. Okay. Now, for what I'm going to understand,
He took me out, bro. Uh-oh. All right, guys.
Well, let me tell you something,
right
brother.
now, Big Fluff.
Snort.
You want me to kick your butt right
Snort.
now, Big Fluff guy?
Snort.
Huh, you Big Fluff?
Snort.
I got the drip gun.
now, I'll just say
Listen,
this.
Just one big.
As you
fluff.
guys know, because I
Big
brought it up a
fluff.
bunch, these troll memberships, basically trolls coming on this channel using a VPN to get hundreds of memberships for a couple pennies, has really hurt my business. No exaggeration, I'm down over $1,000 of income that I rightly should have earned in the last month and a half.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort. Snort. Snort.
Code drip.
Snort. Snort.
I got the drip gun.
Now, I'll just say this. As you guys know, because I brought it up a bunch, these troll memberships, basically trolls coming on this channel using a VPN to get hundreds of memberships for a couple pennies, has really hurt my business. No exaggeration, I'm down over $1,000 of income that I rightly should have earned in the last month and a half. This month, when I get paid by YouTube, I'm going to get paid way less than I usually do. I'm hoping this doesn't remain a pattern and things pick up, both with memberships and with ad revenue. You know, ad revenue also just happened to be down in January, which always happens. If you like my content, if you support my streams,
I made
Tomorrow
it to
would be
11.
a great time to
I
come out and
usually
try
get
to
stopped
support
at
if you
9.
can. In any
And
way
it
is
took Omni
appreciated.
Man
I'm not
to
going to
beat
say,
me.
hey,
That-
don't support
okay,
this way or
I'll
that
take
way.
that.
That would be ridiculous. But if you can support with tips tomorrow, that would legitimately just help me pay all my bills this month.
I'm an ingrown
Because when
hair,
I get
bro.
paid by YouTube, it's going to be like, pay this one, pay this one, pay this one. Shit, can I even afford this one yet? Because there's way less income coming in this month for something I didn't do. I didn't change my content. In fact, my views and my watch time and engagement were up in January. More people watched my content in January than they did in December, yet I lost like $1,500 of income because of fucking trolls, okay? So, if you could support the stream tomorrow, particularly with tips, that would help me a ton, all right? It really, really would. So thanks in advance to anyone who shows up and supports in any way, but tips would be amazing and would help out in the short term to get through this bump that I'm in right now because of this bullshit with these trolls, okay? Now, that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to be harping on it all day. No, it's not going to be a giant special fundraiser event with a giant bar filling up with tips and shit over the course of the day. We're not doing that, you know? Those days, I want a believer behind me, and unless anything really serious ever happens in my life where I need to raise funds for something super important, I don't want to do that kind of shit, you know? Been there, done that. Back in the days when I had bankruptcy and everything was awful, I'm not in that position anymore. I don't want to go back to that position. I don't want to be doing these events like that. So that's not the point of tomorrow's event. We were doing the Super Bowl bash before any of this shit went down with the trolls regardless, okay? So, please come by tomorrow, hang out, have a good time. If you can support the stream, please do. Fair enough? Thank you very much. Shout out to Avarice for a 4-month re-upping of their membership, saying, is it possible to decrease ads? What? Is it possible to decrease ads? Well, I could turn them off. I'm not doing anything with ads right now. Right now, the ads are on, as always, but I don't... Is there something wrong with the ads? Yeah, you want to know the way to decrease ads? Get YouTube Premium. Then there's no ads. But then it still helps the streamer. Seriously. I don't know what you're saying. Are you saying that there's more ads? Maybe YouTube upped the ads? Lucky Gremlin says the ads are fine. He's a troll. Turn them to the lower version. I don't know how often they show. Normally, if I'm in the middle of something important and I see an ad pop up, I'll click. There's a thing that will pop up when an ad's going to play.
He's straight up
screen,
lying.
And it'll say skip
He
ad.
explained this
so
when he first turned on the ad, bro.
I don't know if that's like... Is it still there? I haven't been paying attention recently. Is that still happening? How about that? You guys tell me when the next ad plays. Okay?
Echo!
Tell me when the next ad plays, and I'll take a look at this and try to figure it out. I told you guys when I turned ads on, I don't want them to be ultimately intrusive to my content. But at the same time, having ads on the streams helps. You have to understand, especially right now, guys, I'm down like over $1,500 because of fucking trolls. I need to be making what I can make, all right? But I don't try to go over the top of these ads. I don't want them to destroy the streams. So, let me know when they're playing again, and I'll take a look, because it used to be this pop-up used to appear in the corner of my screen, and it would say, you can delay this ad. But I don't know if that's still happening. Maybe they changed it again. I hate to say it, YouTube changes shit all the time and literally doesn't say anything about it. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't appear like anything's changed in my menus or anything. Let me know, okay? Let me know when the next ad plays. I want to take a look at it. All right? Okay. Pizza Box Gaming did a $2 super chat. I have YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium is amazing. I keep telling you guys all the advantages of having YouTube Premium. I love it because, you know, as a YouTuber myself, when I do things on YouTube, I don't want to see ads constantly. Right? And I know for a fact that people get helped by it because I look at my stats every month. You know, you have your analytics, and it says everyone who's a YouTube Premium subscriber who watch my stuff, it significantly helps me. Like, significant amounts of help. It's not just like a little bit of help. It's a significant chunk of help from people who do YouTube Premium. So if you like someone's content on YouTube, you're a Premium subscriber, and you're just watching their content, they get paid. as if you're watching tons of ads. They get the credit for it. That's so helpful. And you don't ever have to watch an ad. You get to minimize videos and play them in the background on your device or on your computer as if it's like running like a music software. Like I listen to music legit. I have a couple like channels that play video game music, and I'll play them in the background. Sometimes when I'm driving around, I sync with my car and I have it play in my car when I'm going around doing my errands. It's super fun and no ads. Like YouTube Premium is legit good. If you're a frequent user of YouTube, 100% legitimately a good service. And I don't praise YouTube that much. You guys know how critical I am of YouTube all the time. YouTube Premium is legitimately good. One of the few things.
I got the drip go. 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 I got the drip go.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code.
Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip.
So we got the food. We got the booze. But I got something else for you. All right? It's an idea that I came up with yesterday. Okay? The idea I came up with yesterday was kind of interesting because it follows up on a lot of stuff we've been talking about over the last few months. All right? Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a live DSP Tries It. I've not done a live DSP Tries It in a while. You know, we've been doing Feasting with Phil, but we haven't actually done a real DSP Tries It, okay? We're actually bringing back the series tomorrow for a one-off special for the Super Bowl bash, okay? And you might say, all right, well, what is this going to be? I wonder, you know, what will Phil be doing? We're going to be doing something very pertinent, very timely, that follows up on something that I talked about several months ago. You ready? So now I'm going to spoil. I'm going to spoil and spill the beans for you guys, all right? Way back in October, I had mentioned that when I went to the grocery store to shop that I saw, you know, Halloween candy all over the place. And when I went to check out, I noticed that there was a big display right at the checkout. All right? Right at the checkout line. And I commented on it in my videos. All right? What it was absolutely hilarious. Mr. Beast candy. All right? And I looked at it and I'm like, wow, that Mr. Beast, the YouTuber candy, he actually is selling candy in stores. I hadn't seen it before. And I picked up the bag. And I'm like, I wonder if it's any good. So I started looking at the bag, and it says, that's what you would expect.
Let's watch this saturated content video.
First off, I want to say that to everybody that tried to help me and failed to make me see that I need to better myself. First off, I want to say that I apologize to you guys. And I do want to do better. I really do. I want to be a better person and I want to do better. But the only way that that can work is if you guys leave me alone and you let me do what I need to do to better myself. Me getting off the internet is not the answer. The answer is me being left alone and my friends and family being left alone. That is the answer.
There, I thought we were gonna get the first genuine Cyrax apology of all time, and genuine's a strong word. Do I really think it was gonna be genuine? Probably not. But typically he comes on and he rants and raves, and he'll do it later, and he'll cry and he'll complain and say, well, I knew she was of age. I knew what was happening. I'm smarter than all you stupid trolls. I'm way more brilliant than you could ever figure out. And for a second there, I sat there and was like, wow, maybe Cyrax losing his loser, pathetic freak of a friend in Tibbs actually set him straight in some way. But no, he comes right back with his same old retort of, you guys just gotta let me go. You know, it's like you're releasing a little diddler inside of the library after he just got hauled out and sent to jail for 20 years, and the judge released him on the status of, well, you guys can't follow him anymore. You gotta, you know, we have to trust him now. He's a member of society. You know, he'll figure it out. He's smart. You know, he knows what needs to be done. Why can't we just accept that with Cyrax?
I will now be acknowledging my former friend and brother, Tibbs TV. I will no longer be acknowledging him. And I will no longer, and I do mean no longer, be acknowledging. I will not be acknowledging my former dad and his wife. And Tibbs, in return for me not mentioning you, I kindly ask that you keep these trolls and these people that you hang out with out of my channel, because I want to do better and I want to prove to you that I could be a better person. But tonight was a very, very, very bad night for me.
Pretty baller move of Cyrax to say, whoa, Tibbs, listen, buddy, listen, all right? We exposed you as being the freak, not me. Obviously, you know, I'm a very natural-looking Vogue model. We can't be ostracizing me from society. Instead, we're gonna get rid of you. But at the same time, Mr. Lick my boots and, you know, spiff up my shoes, we need you to keep the trolls off my back, all right? You're still the dam that's holding the troll barrage away from getting me. And I don't know, we're reaching Wings of Redemption 62 IQ level plays going on in Cyrax's brain. The man can't comprehend anything, so it's like, it's not even that much fun to constantly belittle him and go after him for shit, because then he just comes back and says the same things like, well, I just have to clear my head, guys. You know, I just have to go hang out at the playground around noon when recess is out. You know, I just need to do that to clear my head. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Don't follow me. You know, you heard what the judge said. Don't follow me. And at the same time, Chance is just pissing his pants over the fact that he got that letter from Gordon and his wife. And, you know, I'm sure Sally said, you can't be saying any of that stuff about them anymore, Chance. And then he pushed her down the stairs and went and did some shadow boxing in the basement, then came back up here to make his video. But, you know, I think he's starting to figure it out. Just slightly. You know, him and Blade, they're competing with each other with who can figure it out first. And hopefully it's in front of a 16-wheeler. That's all I'm saying.
What's up, everybody? I'm making this video for Tibbs. Tibbs, I know I said that I was going to stop mentioning you, but I'm not going to, because I actually care about you and I want you to see the fucking truth. You need to wake the fuck up, kid. You need to think about that, Tibbs. They turned you against me. I didn't turn you against me. They set all this up and blinded you.
Wait a minute.
Made me look like
Wait a minute. You admitted it to him on a stream that the two of you were having, and you turned him against you because of what you said to him.
Piece of shit. shit.
Who's they, Cyrax? Who are these they that you're always talking about? If you want to say saturated content, say saturated content. If you want to say Wings 007, say Wings 007. It's not like the boogeyman, you know, we haven't probed your house yet. We haven't stuck any microphones and hidden cameras in there yet. You know, we gotta fight through the dead rat carcasses and the 1 million termites in your walls before we can do that, but trust me, buddy, somebody will figure that out in due time. And, you know, maybe we'll make a fish tank style reality show based off of Cyrex's life. And maybe the first episode can be about the fact that you can never go, I don't know, 30 minutes without talking about what you said you weren't going to talk about anymore. And Tibbs, of course, you think, you know, you watch that first clip and you're like, yeah, you know, he's moved on from Tibbs. They're not boyfriend-girlfriend anymore. They're boyfriend-friend. That's what's really the reality is. But no, here he is over here trying to explain himself. Don't worry. Don't look with your eyes at the evidence that lays before you, Tibbs. You're way dumber than that. Believe Chance, the man who never got a GED and never graduated high school. That guy. The guy who thought he was going to hitchhike his way all the way to Kansas to meet up with a catfish. That's the guy you should definitely believe and trust. And people in the audience, people like me making videos, oh my god, they're not articulate at all. Just a bunch of bozos, alright? Trust the Goblin Man with his Doritos bag in the background.
They're the same motherfuckers that made you homeless. It wasn't me that called that motel. That was them.
Let me turn down the
That wasn't on me. That was on them. So don't you dare place the blame on me, dude. Okay. That was on them, not on me. And I mean, really look around, dude. Really look around. Really? At the destruction they've done to people before me.
Audio isn't even working. What the fuck happened?
Bitch boy gets Sally involved. She's probably like, Chance, I have your sludge you gotta suck down so that you don't go apeshit during the night, so that me and Ed can have a nice romantic night in our master bedroom / front door entrance / living room / WWE center. You know, we need you to go to sleep in your infested floor with all the vermiculite that's in there and all the asbestos that's itching you up. We need you to leave us alone, please. All right, can you do that? And Chance, of course, too stupid, too sludged out to understand the fact that Tibbs is getting shellacked for multiple reasons. One aspect is because of who he is. The other aspect is because he keeps collaborating with Chance. And a lot of people in this community don't let that slide. And they're gonna dunk on you any way possible. So the like $4 a night motels you're staying in Michigan, yeah, they're coming for you, buddy. And they're gonna continue to do that if you keep hanging out with Chance. Don't listen to the naysayers, buddy, alright? You pick your side, alright? And I'm just gonna laugh regardless of the outcome.
And every one of you will be shut down. Because I will be going after YouTube if they do not do something about you guys. I will be suing YouTube if YouTube does not step up and fucking do something.
You can't. They're just
and yes, I do have a lawyer that is more than willing. That is more than willing.
I'm sure protects them from this.
To take shots at YouTube if need be. Oh, and if I do catch one of you guys bullying someone else and doing the same shit to them, guess what? That person is going to be under my protection as well. Because I will be coming after every single one of you legally if you do not fuck off. Alright?
I just want to let you guys know, if you go after anybody in the community that's under the age of 10, Cyrax is coming after you, alright? Because he's going to take them and lock them in his basement. That's what he's doing to protect them, alright? Don't call the police. Don't let Akron PD know what's going down, alright? It's just Chance hanging around with some of his best friends, people probably a little bit taller than him, definitely smarter than him, but it's a group of people that he feels like he can relate to. So don't discriminate, you bigots. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Who purposely target people that look weak. People like myself that look different, that look weak.
Shit.
All for viewing
Alina's
pleasure.
so cool in this game.
So
I
you
love
want
her
to make me
costume.
into the bad guy?
It looks so cool. So regal
Fine.
for the character.
I'll be the bad guy. I'll
Modest
be
yet
your
revealing
Huckleberry
at the same
Tibbs.
time. It's
I'll
actually
be your
really cool.
Huckleberry N-word boy. And William Glory Hall. I'll gladly be your Huckleberry motherfucker.
The villain arc is started, boys. All right, I don't know
What the fuck does that
character
mean?
in the Batman or Spider-Man verse that is this depraved. Maybe Croc. I don't know, but Croc was pretty
I don't like the way
intelligent.
Tanya
It's-
looks, though.
we'll have to reconvene that. You know, maybe it's somebody more.
She
akin
looks
to,
too much like
I don't
Dora
know, a
Milaje.
famous military leader in like the Middle East in the past 20 years. Somebody like that gets excited when they blow up a tank. That's more of the arc I feel like that we're leaning into with Cyrax. Not some criminal mastermind. But don't worry, guys. He's owning us. He's gonna show us what a true villain is like. He'll play our games. He'll do what we want. He'll dance for us. He won't do that. He won't dance for us. He won't. Don't release him. He won't release a metal album. You know, he'll take a shower. He won't take a shower.
God damn, why is everything so loose
And
right
Tibbs,
now?
you need serious help, my friend. Winter is not real. She is a fucking love doll. She is fake. She is not real. You think you're this god of death, but you're not. All those entities are in your head. And yeah, you're right. I was up on Marty's panel. And yes, he did do shit that wasn't right. But the difference between him and the people that you mentioned on his stream last night, he didn't do half the shit that they did. Part of me would like to believe that part of him has a little bit of compassion in him and wants to see me do well.
The downfall of Cyrax in this arc is going to be so delicious because somehow, some way, this man has gone, what, a decade, 5 years, however long it's been, that Marty's been trolling him, and now for some reason, once again, he believes that Marty's on his side. So, Marty's gonna slam dunk you, bro. And I know, some people are getting frustrated with the buddy trolling from Marty. You know, we can't be allowing that. I get it. But we're gonna get moments like this where Chance thinks that he is a new confidant in Marty, and it's just gonna turn into a complete abysmal disarray. And, you know, of course, Chance just has to hit the low blows. You know, sorry Tibbs, sorry buddy, but your sex doll ain't real, buddy. All right, you know that hard as a rock sock that's underneath my mattress. Now that's real, baby. It comes to life for me when I'm gooning on the internet. he's a real goonster, real goon mobster.
That person that was 15, they weren't 15. They were an adult. They knew what they were doing. They targeted me for a fucking reason. And the reason why I sent that dick pic is because I knew they were a fucking grown-ass adult.
Sub-Zero. We.
And you know what's funny?
Holy. We go.
A lot of the shit that I did within that whole thing, the reason I didn't tell you wasn't to hide it from you. No. It was to protect you. I wanted to protect you from going through any more stress than you were already fucking going through.
The reason I didn't tell you wasn't because I knew it was a little kid that I was talking to, and I was freaking out and sending messages all the time about, well, we can't let this go on. They're gonna find out. I'm gonna get in trouble. We
what
can't
the
be
fuck,
doing
dude.
that. That's not the reason why I didn't tell you,
Just gonna have
Tibbs.
to pop
It's
the
because
third.
I didn't want you to get
Go like
jealous,
this,
buddy. All right, you're
that
fucking
one.
that, you know, rubber doll. Well, guess what, man? I got the real thing. And she's definitely of age, and there's no messages that are going to contradict that. Of course not. I am a 100% certified citizen of this country. I am not a threat to anybody. I'm allowed to go to as many playgrounds and schools as I want to.
I love
100%
this
signed by
brutality,
Chance
bro. It's
Wilkins.
so easy to pull
no
off,
doubt.
and it looks
Don't
cool.
question any of it. All
Per
right.
chat.
All right. Don't
Oh,
try
it's
and look
just
into
so
it.
terrifying.
All right. Just
It
believe
looks
me at
like
face value. I was
Freddy
looking out for
Krueger
your
or
best
something.
interest, you stupid fucking bitch.
Whoa.
I live in one of the most haunted places
Saturated
in Ohio.
content going in for the juggler.
I've dealt
Calling him a
with real
stupid bitch.
spiritual encounters.
Hold on.
Some
Stupid
good,
bitch.
some not so
Oh, there
good.
we go.
But regardless of that,
Oh
too,
shit! It's
you are no god
he's
of
one of
death.
the best characters in the game.
There's
I
an
didn't
old
do
saying,
that.
show me your friends, and I'll tell you who
Per
you
chat,
are.
bitch. You are
You
special.
hang around those people long enough, Tibbs, you yourself are
Per
going to
chat.
become the very thing that you do not like.
Ghost? Is that what Chance is talking? Is he gonna turn into a ghost? The most haunted place in Ohio is Chance Wilkins' house. Which, now that I say it out loud, it might that might actually be true. I don't know. Most of the state is just farmland and hills and stuff. So, you know, Toledo, Akron, there's probably plenty of spooky places going on there. But Skull Scratcher Comedy Productions and Eric Screbelow's Fleshlight Buddy Fuckboy Productions. That house is and Marty's Temple, of course. Of course, we can't forget that synonymous name. But Chance, I don't know. We're like listening to the two kids that pretended that they were like pterodactyls during recess.
What
talk
up,
to each other.
dog?
They're over here saying, your demons aren't real, buddy.
Why isn't
you know,
the
you didn't
chat
hit that
showing
360 no scope in Minecraft, dude. You're not that cool. As they run around clucking like chickens and trying to climb a tree. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with.
That third one we are going to talk about. Here's why, little boy. And yes, I call you a little boy because, yeah, you may be an adult, but you act like a fucking child. Oh, and don't go around thinking like, oh, but what if it was a kid? No. It's not a matter of what if it was a kid. That don't fucking matter. The fact is, it was a grown-ass fucking adult, not a fucking child.
Oh, what the fuck is he complaining
Chance
about?
still falls for peekaboo. You think that's the thing? You think if I walked up to his front door and I did peekaboo with him, he would think I vanished right in front of him? He'd come upstairs and make a video and say, holy fucking shit, a new demon just approached to my house. It's called saturated content, and it said, here I am, and now here I'm not. And it was mind-bending. Because it's so draining to have to sit here and listen to Chance time and time again say, it's not illegal, because in actuality, it wasn't a kid, guys. You know, this is like a spin-off. This is like a cutaway scene of a Family Guy episode. This is like some throwaway production idea of a Seinfeld episode. You know, George thought it was a kid, but it turned out to be an adult, so he's okay. That's what we're dealing with.
End of the season.
And I don't know. It's like at this point, people aren't even like bombarding their mailbox with letters nonstop. You know, I'm sure. What are you, 1,000 saturated sending letters? But I'm just saying, if you're sending it repeatedly, I don't know. I can't be saying things that might be illegal. But hypothetically speaking, what if you know, made the envelope looks like something important? You know, what if you took a Capital One card envelope and just stuffed in some information about Chance in there and had it mailed to Chance's address? Hypothetically, of course, I'm not encouraging anyone to do that. But what if stuff like that happened regularly? Then they'd be forced to open it. How do they know if they're getting evicted or not? I don't know. Maybe they should check that statement from the city. You know, hypothetically in Minecraft, of course.
Don't do
that. You know, Tibbs, I did my research on people like you over the last couple of days, and it is a proven fact that 9 times out of 10, people like you that have sex dolls are either A, sexually active and can't get a girlfriend, which there's nothing wrong with that, or B, you have a lot worse shit going on, like some fucking pedo shit.
I really trust the statistic you're giving us, Cyrax. I really do. 100% of the time, it works 90% of the time. That's the type of message we're getting from here. Also, you know, I'm not a doctor. You know, I'm not getting into this he said, she said type of thing. But I think having sex with a lifeless, inanimate rubber doll doesn't constitute as having a sexual history, as being sexually active. I don't think those things correlate with each other, Chance. Not that anything's wrong. Not that anything's wrong with that. Of course, he's not projecting there, guys. Chance gets laid all the time. You think Sally's just walking around wearing her Mickey Mouse shirt all the time? Of course not.
Bro, no.
No, Saturated.
Oh,
you can't be saying things like that, man. Nobody wants to picture that in their head.
No.
But you can, you know where I was going with that. You know where I was going with that. But don't worry.
Why is it
don't
not
worry,
popping
Chance.
up?
He's in control. You know, it's either you are my enemy or you're not. All right, and there's no problem with not having any sex. All right, even if it's Rugrat your dog.
Sad. The only troll I can say that I have even a little bit of respect for is Music Biz Marty. And you wanna know why?
Bro, he ruined your fucking life, didn't he?
He moved on from me.
He moved
and
on
even
from
he
me.
agreed, Tibbs, that you're a piece of shit. And that you do need mental help. And with that being said, I have one thing to say. Fuck you, Tibbs. And fuck YouTube for allowing catfishers on your platform.
Bro,
so he basically just admitted to it. I know it happened on Instagram, but the fact that there's probably some other instances of him talking to kids on YouTube, and he's just like, hey, catfishing, that's wrong, that should be illegal. I should be allowed to prey on anybody I want. Alright, there shouldn't be sting operations, that's frowned upon. And Chance's favorite person in the entire world, Music Biz Marty, is Music Biz Marty, because he left him alone. He went and followed Chantel for some reason for several months, and Cyrax got some heat taken off of him. Man, you know, I wish I could live in that much delusion every single day, but unfortunately, I'm just stuck covering these people. I'm just stuck talking about them. I can't just run away. I can't go be sexually active with an inanimate object, you know? I can't do that. Sorry, I'm not as cool as Cyrax or Tibbs, I guess. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Oh my gosh. No, we watched that already. For the love of God, no. Alright. Let's see what Rich made. Come on. Gotcha.
Hi everybody, this Sunday, February 11th, we're going to have a Super Bowl man celebration! We're going to have men, we're going to have me, we're going to have Jay, we're going to have birds, we might have breasts. We're going to try to get a special guest on with breasts. We're going to have a good time, we're going to have chicken sandwiches, and we're going to have a Phil-like Super Bowl...
You blew it.
And we're going to have a DSP Super Bowl celebration. just like Phil. Starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it goes till whenever. We're not going to give an ending time because then people will be like, hey, you didn't stay on until 10. Or you didn't stay on until 12. And if we do, great. If we don't, great. So 3 until we're here. So we'll see you then. RTU streams, link below in the description. Top pin comment as well. That's my live stream channel. We're having a Super Bowl celebration. Join men, join birds. It's going to be a good time.
Skip it up and that up.
Hey everybody, look, it's another crappy clone console, but at least this time it looks like a Nintendo Entertainment System. Packed with a bunch of illegal ROMs, and it's the same crap inside of here, just a different shape. 100,000 games though, am I right? So I hate these things and love them simultaneously. I would never recommend them to my audience, but I'm fascinated that they exist. And the companies come out with new ones of these like every 2 minutes. I don't even waste my time putting links in the description because 1, I don't want you to buy them. And 2, by the time a video goes live, a lot of these products are gone because Amazon plays whack-a-mole with them because, yes, they're full of a bunch of illegal products, a bunch of illegal ROMs, which the way the industry treats you buying products now, and now that physical media is dying, I don't really care about too much anymore. So these things are all over. You could go on AliExpress or wherever, and you will find a bunch of these clones. They'll look like Famicons. They'll look like PlayStation 5s.
So
they'll look like NESs. But at the end of the day, they're pretty much minus some fluctuation.
But someone sent me that video last night, and I sent it to you guys after watching it because I was kind of gobsmacked by it, and we've all been kind of discussing it, and like we were talking about, like, should we even talk about this? Like, it's kind of fucked, but like my point was, if we do talk about it, this is an in defense of Wings conversation. This isn't a Wings attacking conversation, because let me just kind of lay out. Like, I just saw one video. I don't know, like, if there's more to it than what I know.
No, this is enough to decide fully.
Yeah, I agreed. Agreed.
I like
Oh, everybody's on that wife video thing. That wife video is super fucking edited. I've seen all those texts, and like they've taken questions out of context and put the answers in other situations. They're not fake. They're just taken out of context. I'd have to watch the video to see to explain all the context, but like,
what was that?
Well, I played around with the mods. It's like she flirted and shit like that, but like it was never serious. Like I was usually with her the entire time she was like flirting. It was like more of like a playful thing than anything else. And then they took other situations. Like you'll notice, like I can't remember anything on top of my head, but they'll be like, she'll say something that could be taken out of context and put into another narrative, and you'll see that in the video that they'll have nothing before, nothing after. They'll just clip just her little text because she's actually answering another question in a way that it fits another narrative. I'd have to watch the entire video to give you all the context in it.
Whoa, okay, that was weird. Whoa, okay, that was also weird. She flew under my...
Again, that $10 walk a mile shit wasn't even me. That was 100% a troll creation. No, it was never proved to me. Again, it's not me. I'm not going to admit to something I didn't do.
It's absolutely him. First of all, there's a lot of people who remember...
Oh, is that not confirmed to be him?
It's absolutely confirmed to be him. He is denied that it's him, but it is him. And not only are there like a ton of people, like hundreds and hundreds of people who are like, dude, I follow you on Facebook. We all remember you posting this. But then he deleted his Facebook.
Is it
people
old?
were like going, yeah, it's very old. Yeah.
Oh, that's important information. Okay. I thought he just did it.
What ended up happening is you had Brad and Crown who thought that they were like these special little snowflakes. I mean, I could watch it. It is my content. Well, I can't watch it because it's not my content. So I can't. So like that's something that I don't want to get my Twitch banned because it's a Discord screen clip and it's not my actual content, so I can't watch it on stream anyway. But dude, there is no marriage counseling or anything like that. Like, again, my wife's a 37-year-old woman. She's not going to leave me for some 20-year-old Twitch mod from across the world. I mean, everything that's going on I knew about.
Then you're a bitch.
And the whole nine. I'm openly a cuckold? No. It's more along the lines of like playing around. It is what it is. I didn't see where she openly took the piss out of me. Again, no, we're not in an open relationship. This is the reason I don't do Discords or anything like that, and it's the reason I usually don't trust mods that do Discords or anything like that. I like my mods to have their own personal lives, because like if a mod has his own stuff going on, he's not going to waste time doing shit like this. And this goes for anybody. If somebody claims they make money, they ain't got time to make fake pages. Putting it out there. Alright, Mr. Yellow Dick Swagger gave me permission to watch his video, so I'll watch it right after this game. Oh, by the way, the next mod that cries to my wife in the Discord will be losing their moderation powers. Alright, what this is, the reason I said this wasn't anything to do with this video. I said this strictly because I would be getting upset or banning people, and mainly was Crown Prince and Brad would run to Kelly and tell her that I'm having a bad stream, and she would have to call me from work or like text me and like take away from her actual job to deal with something I deal with normally. And it got to the point where everything I was saying was getting tattletaled on. So like I got to the point like, yo, I want this to stop. Right? She shouldn't have to deal with like me.
Why do I suck?
You know,
so
she shouldn't have to deal with like
bro?
somebody addressing or having to worry about me while she's at work. That's the whole point of this.
They don't understand that my wife will cry at the change of bariatric pressure.
This was to deal with my wife feeling like she couldn't help me, right? This goes along with the video of where like Kelly cried on stream. And Kelly stated, I hate when you shut me out. This is me personally. I have a situation where like when I deal with problems or stress, I internalize
destroy 10, right?
I put them all on myself.
Didn't I destroy
So when
10 already?
something like this happens or like I'm feeling bad, I deal with it by either, you know, internalizing everything or just going taking a nap or something. I don't push my problems onto other people, even if they're like my wife, and she wants to, and she hates that way. She hates I do that because she feels like she can't help me, and that's what it is. And this is a stream we did just a little bit afterwards, where we're actually going to buy the car we have now.
My God, bro!
In the atmosphere.
Another caveat is my wife had thyroid cancer. And since she has thyroid cancer, she's on a concoction or a cocktail of different medications to control her emotions. She's very emotional, and she cries very easily.
What? Come on.
See, like this is them playing towards that. They used a clip where it had nothing to do with the Discord stuff and switched it out with this, which is Kelly's Had Enough.
So I
like,
can't duck
this
those
is
ones.
manipulating
Gotcha.
your emotions. This is standard Kelly. Like, this is her sense of humor. Like, she'll do this to me all the time. Like just today, like she lost her earrings again. Like I bought her diamond earrings for Valentine's Day, and she lost them once, and now she's lost them again. And like, she will do things like this. Like, you remember how I lost my earrings? Blah 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 blah. This is just standard Kelly. Kelly finds comfort in mods who support her. Wings finds out the mods expose him to Kelly. Again, like, this is just, this is what you're going to experience here. Is just Joe Man and Crown demodded themselves because they're upset that I told my wife to leave the Discord. This harpers back to the very first thing I said, where like mods were tattletaling on me all the times. And I was about to remove Crown's mod, and she was pretty good friends with Crown, and she decided that instead of because I said that anybody who goes and tattletails to my wife, and Crown went and tattletailed to the wife again. And so she said, instead of removing his mod, I'll just leave Discord, and that solved the problem. So I figured it in there. And then the mods felt like I forced Kelly to leave the Discord, and they both unmodded themselves. I mean, what have I lied about? Joe Man and Crown, have I lied about anything I said? He's trying to say, like I nicely asked her. In reality, you likely forced her. I didn't force her out. She offered to leave, and I'm like, that's a good compromise. Like, when I'm done streaming, I just don't want to hear. I don't want to talk about streaming. I want to do. This is 100% facts. Like when I get up from this chair, I don't want to think about this place again. Like, and a lot of that's like a coping mechanism, because like you gotta understand, like I generally get made fun of when I'm streaming, and I
genuinely
deal with
get
it
made
for
fun
the
of
sake
when
of
I'm
making money.
streaming.
And then when I get up,
And then
I don't want to
when I
continue
get
to
up,
live in
my
this
big
world.
fat
I wanna
belly
go
gets
and be Jordy.
exposed.
I want to, DoorDash or, watch a Braves game or something like that. I want to not think about this area. That's just who I want to be. All right, here comes the messages. So why would Kelly be hiding her phone? Because she's flirting with mods and talking behind Swing's back. No, she's hiding the phone because it was Crown that went tattletaled and not Brad.
Oh, there goes the stream.
I mean, I've never seen the Discord things, but like, oh, that I love you. He knows do that shit.
We are fucked.
This is a different person altogether. Is the favorite. She could have been asking like, who is my favorite moderator, and she could be responding back to them. Go, this person is favorite. What you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys. This is right here is honest flirting. This is actually taken on the 7th. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Again, honest flirting. Because like, if you've ever, I've even showed you guys Gulag's messages where he like, I'm 6'1" and tan and blah blah blah. She hates Gulag Kingpin. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. Again, this is one day after Valentine's Day, and I just bought her diamond earrings. Again, honest
So why
flirting.
are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool, man.
Oh, Jordy got a new best friend. I see how it is. They'll be going on dates together soon. And like, this is Kelly's things right here. And this is Matthew. Matthew, he's not with us no more because he couldn't handle the trolls.
Boys, bad one, you chuck it on this one.
Again, like, you can tell right here, like, this is the 8th of January. This is the 10th of January. This is 2 days after Kelly, no, that was last year. This is the 8th of January. This is her birthday. Kelly's birthday. And this is, you probably thank me, and I must do something for this person. One of the mods probably did something and cleared something up. Again, this has nothing to do there. Like, look at the dates. See, I expected 2 flower dovers for Jordy, 1 for my next husband tomorrow for my birthday. This is her pretending because I did get her flowers for her birthday.
Chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister. You chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, bad boys.
January 30th, can we call you later? I was actually on this call because the mods wanted to call and have a group chat, and we all did that in the living room. That's where this
probably already gonna get in trouble anyway. Nice. I see.
Fight. Finish him.
Whatever.
Sub-Zero wins.
I think I might actually hop off here, guys. I'll be on later tonight for sure. For sure. Have a good one, guys.